אז ישיר משה ובני ישראל את
The Torah is literally a history. It's a reflection of our earliest relationship with God and the human attempt that we have to deepen our relationship with God.
This Torah that Rabbi Alan Ravachol is showing us isn't just the first 5 books of Moses. When he says it is a history, the scroll itself has a story far older than its home in Temple Or Rishon in Orangevale.
This Torah that, to our knowledge, came to us by way of a city called Domazlice, Bohemia, which is now part of the Czech Republic.
The scroll is actually from the 1880s. It's one of more than 1,500 found after the Holocaust, the remnants of Jewish communities destroyed by the Nazis in World War II. They were found in a warehouse, taken and stored by the Nazis, but are now part of a trust that catalogs, restores, and loans them to temples and synagogues around the world.
From the moment we found out that this was a possibility, the possibilities were endless in terms of what we could do with it. Our kids learn about the Holocaust in 6th grade, and they read a book called 10,000 Children about the Kindertransport, and they talk about the things that happened during that time period.
All of these, they almost look like just wisps of ink, just going off in a direction. And these are very intricate, very finely detailed crowns, keter, that are decorative, that are meant to help embellish, help bring alive each one of these letters.
For the temple, this Torah, any Torah, is a living thing too, growing and informing their congregation with every reading and interpretation.
This being the Song of the Sea, you get some of these letters like Vayam, in the sea, being a little bit more stretched out. Mayim, the word water, stretched out. Yam, you actually get to see these waves. And the melody that goes along with it.
Every character, every stroke of the pen from long ago intentional, informing the person looking at the scroll of the history of its original community and its new one here in Orangevale.
We are just so blessed to be able to have one here and to be the keeper of it and to provide honor to the community that it came from and educate our community about those Jews that had it back 150 years ago.
I'm inspired by the journey of this Torah because those who sought to destroy us Jewish people, they did not win, and they will not win. And we say in Hebrew, Am Yisrael Chai, the people of Israel lives. And this Torah and our Torah is a testament to that.
In Orangevale, Deirdre Fitzpatrick, KCRA 3 News.
And the Torah is on what they call permanent loan from the Memorial Scrolls Trust. That means it is theirs unless the temple ceases to exist, they wish to return it, or the community in the Czech Republic reforms and wants their Torah back. Temple Or Rishon is not the only place in Northern California or even the Sacramento region with Memorial Torah. There are a number of them loaned out by the trust throughout the state. You can see far more about the Holocaust, including our documentary following a survivor of the Auschwitz camps, and Andra Bucci. Always Remember Your Name is on KCRA.com or the app. Just click on the menu and then Always Remember Your Name, and you can find a lot of information about the Holocaust, a school curriculum, and also much more.